Hello and welcome to the Quality Excellence channel. I'm Mayank Agarwal, and in today's Lean Six Sigma lesson, we're exploring Chapter 33, Value Stream Mapping. This isn't about incremental improvements, it's about fundamentally understanding and optimizing how things work. Today, we're diving into making things better. Specifically, how to identify areas for improvement and implement changes that have a real impact. We're going to explore a powerful tool that helps us see the bigger picture by seeing how everything fits together. It's about understanding the interconnectedness of processes and recognizing that a change in one area can have ripple effects throughout the entire system. That's where Value Stream Mapping, or VSM, comes in. It's a methodology that allows us to visualize and analyze the flow of materials and information required to bring a product or service to a customer. Think of it as a treasure map for efficiency. A map that guides you through the complexities of your processes, highlighting the areas where value is created and, more importantly, where waste lurks. VSM shows the entire journey a product or service takes, from the moment an order is placed to the moment it's delivered to the customer's doorstep, from idea to customer. It encompasses every step, every touchpoint, and every decision made along the way. It's a holistic view of the entire value stream. It's a special flowchart that reveals where you add value, the activities that directly contribute to fulfilling the customer's needs and expectations, and where you don't. It exposes the bottlenecks, delays, and inefficiencies that hinder the smooth flow of value. Value is what the customer pays for. It's the features, benefits, and experiences that they're willing to exchange their hard-earned money for. Everything else, that's waste. Anything that doesn't directly contribute to delivering value to the customer is considered waste and should be eliminated. VSM helps you spot and eliminate that waste. By visualizing the entire process, you can identify the areas where waste is most prevalent and develop strategies to reduce or eliminate it. It's not just drawing boxes. It's not just about creating a pretty diagram. It's about seeing the real work right where it happens. It's about going to the Gemba, the place where the work is actually done, and observing the process firsthand. Processes are made of many flows. They are complex systems with multiple interconnected elements. Materials, the raw ingredients that are transformed into the final product. Work in process, the partially completed products that are waiting to be processed further. Finished goods, the completed products that are ready to be shipped to customers. Information, the data that flows through the system, guiding decisions and actions. People, the individuals who perform the tasks and make the process work. Equipment and design changes, the tools and machinery used in the process and the modifications made to the product or process design. VSM captures all of them, providing a comprehensive view of the entire system, giving you a complete system view. It allows you to see how all the different elements of the process interact and influence each other. The magic? What makes VSM so powerful and effective? It forces you to see the whole process, not just your part. It breaks down silos and encourages collaboration across different departments and functions. By zooming out, by taking a step back and looking at the entire value stream, you make smarter decisions that help the entire system. Decisions that optimize the flow of value and eliminate waste across the board. It's about making the whole boat go faster, about working together as a team to achieve a common goal. Not just rowing harder. It's about optimizing the entire system, not just individual parts. It's about working smarter, not just harder. Every map needs a legend. VSM has its own visual language. A process box shows where work happens, like cutting or assembling. Push arrows show materials moving. A truck icon means deliveries or shipments. Data boxes under each step capture key numbers, cycle time, changeover time, uptime. Triangles between steps show inventory piling up, a clue for finding waste. Information flow uses a lightning bolt arrow, showing how orders and schedules move. Stick figures show how many people run each process. Put it all together and you see suppliers, customers, and your whole process in one view. You see how materials and information move, and where things get stuck. The best way to start? Grab a pencil, go to the floor and sketch it by hand. Drawing it yourself builds real understanding. Let's make this real. Let's step into the vibrant world of manufacturing and see how we can visually represent its processes. We're not just observing. We're about to create a map that reveals the inner workings of a factory. Imagine we're mapping a crayon factory, a place where colors come to life. Our goal is to trace the journey of a crayon from raw materials to the final packaged product. We'll use a technique called value stream mapping to visualize every step, every delay, and every decision made along the way. This map will become our guide, helping us identify inefficiencies and opportunities for improvement. We walk the floor and list the steps, carefully documenting each stage of the crayon making process. We start at the very beginning, with the arrival of raw materials, and follow the flow until the crayons are ready to be shipped to stores. This involves talking to the people who work on the line, observing their actions and understanding the challenges they face. First, we mix wax and pigment, the essential ingredients that give crayons their color and form. This involves precise measurements and careful blending to achieve the desired hue and consistency. Next, we heat and mold the mixture, transforming it from a liquid state into the solid crayon shape we all recognize. This requires specialized machinery and precise temperature control to ensure the crayons are formed correctly. Then, we cool and inspect each crayon, ensuring it meets our quality standards. Imperfect crayons are removed, and only the best make it to the next stage. After inspection, we label and wrap each crayon, giving it its distinctive appearance and protecting it from damage. Finally, we box the crayons, preparing them for shipment to stores and ultimately to the hands of artists and children everywhere. Each box is carefully packed to ensure the crayons arrive in perfect condition. We draw a process box for each step, visually representing the flow of materials and information. These boxes become the building blocks of our value stream map, providing a clear and concise overview of the entire process. Each box contains key information about the step, such as the resources required and the time it takes to complete. Next, we measure, collecting data on the time it takes to complete each step, the amount of inventory between steps, and the flow of information. This data is crucial for identifying bottlenecks and areas for improvement. We use stopwatches, clipboards, and other tools to gather accurate and reliable information. We find that mixing wax takes 30 seconds, a relatively quick process. Heating and molding takes 60 seconds, and so on. Each step has its own unique time requirement. We meticulously record these times, understanding that even small variations can have a significant impact on the overall process. All this data is recorded in data boxes, which are added to our value stream map. These boxes provide a snapshot of each step, allowing us to quickly assess its performance and identify potential issues. We spot inventory, observing the amount of work in progress at each stage of the process. High levels of inventory can indicate bottlenecks or inefficiencies. We notice that 5,000 crayons pile up between molding and cooling, a significant accumulation of inventory. This suggests that the cooling process may be slower than the molding process, creating a bottleneck. We mark it with a triangle, the standard symbol for inventory on a value stream map. This visual representation helps us quickly identify areas where inventory is accumulating. We add information flow, mapping how information travels through the system, from customer orders to production schedules. Understanding the flow of information is just as important as understanding the flow of materials. For example, the manager emails a daily schedule to mix wax, informing them of the production targets for the day. And the customer sends a monthly forecast, providing an estimate of future demand. This forecast helps the factory plan its production schedule and ensure it has enough raw materials on hand. Our map now shows materials and information moving through the system, providing a comprehensive view of the entire crayon making process. We can see how each step is connected and how information flows between them. The final step, adding a timeline to the bottom of the map. We add a timeline at the bottom, representing the total time it takes for a crayon to move through the entire process. On top, we log non-value added time, the time spent waiting, in transit, or in storage. This is time that doesn't directly contribute to the creation of the crayon. We see that crayons are waiting in inventory for 4 hours, a significant amount of non-value added time. On the bottom, we total value added time, the time spent actually transforming the raw materials into a finished crayon. We calculate that it takes just 155 seconds of value-added time to create a crayon. But the total lead time, 8 hours. The difference between value-added time and lead time is staggering. Only a tiny fraction is real value, highlighting the vast amount of waste in the process. That's our aha moment. The value stream map has revealed the hidden inefficiencies in the crayon-making process. Now we know where to focus our improvement efforts, targeting the areas with the most significant waste and inefficiency. By reducing inventory, streamlining information flow, and optimizing process times, we can significantly reduce lead time and improve the overall efficiency of the crayon factory. That crayon factory timeline isn't just a visual aid, it's a stark wake-up call. It forces us to confront the reality of wasted time and resources within our processes. It highlights the urgent need for a more efficient and streamlined approach to manufacturing. When we analyze typical manufacturing processes, we often find that less than 1% of the total time actually adds value to the product. The remaining 99% is consumed by waste waiting, transportation, defects, and unnecessary motion. This shocking statistic underscores the immense potential for improvement that lies within our grasp. Value Stream Mapping, or VSM, is a powerful tool that makes this waste impossible to ignore. By visually representing the entire process, from raw materials to finished goods, VSM exposes bottlenecks, inefficiencies, and areas where value is being lost. It sets the stage for targeted improvement efforts, providing a clear roadmap for optimizing the flow of value. In the define phase of DMAESC, VSM plays a crucial role in clearly showing the problem. It helps the team understand the current state of the process, identify key performance indicators, and define the scope of the improvement project. Without a clear understanding of the problem, any improvement efforts are likely to be misdirected and ineffective. Consider this: 8 hours of lead time from start to finish, but only 3 minutes of actual value being added to the product. This vast disparity highlights the enormous amount of non-value added activity that exists within the process. It's a clear indication that significant improvements are possible. The value stream map serves as your baseline, a snapshot of the current state, complete with critical metrics like cycle times, inventory levels, and lead times. These measurements provide a benchmark against which future improvements can be measured and validated. It's essential to have a clear understanding of where you are starting before you can chart a course for improvement. In the analyze phase, you use the value stream map to ask critical questions. Why is there a 4-hour delay at this particular workstation? Why is there so much inventory piling up between these two processes? These are the types of questions that the value stream map helps you to ask, leading you to identify the root causes of inefficiencies. The value stream map guides your root cause analysis by providing a visual representation of the process flow. It allows you to trace problems back to their origins, identifying the underlying factors that are contributing to waste and inefficiency. And crucially, the map helps you prioritize improvement efforts. By focusing on the areas where the greatest impact can be achieved, you can maximize the return on your investment of time and resources. In the improve phase, you leverage the insights gained from the analysis to design a better future state map. This map represents the ideal process flow, with waste eliminated and value maximized. The future state map becomes your blueprint for change, guiding the implementation of specific improvements and ensuring that everyone is working towards the same goal. After implementing changes, you use the value stream map to check the results. Are inventory levels staying low? Are lead times consistently improving? The map provides a visual representation of the key performance indicators, allowing you to quickly assess the effectiveness of your improvements. The map helps you sustain gains and control the new process by providing a framework for ongoing monitoring and continuous improvement. VSM isn't just a one-time tool to be used and then forgotten. It's your comprehensive guide through every phase of the DMAESC cycle, ensuring that improvements are data-driven, sustainable, and aligned with overall business objectives. Ultimately, it keeps everyone focused on what truly matters, delivering value to the customer in the most efficient and effective way possible. By providing a shared understanding of the process and a common language for improvement, VSM fosters collaboration and drives meaningful results. Creating a future state map is where real problem solving begins. Target the biggest chunks of non-value added time, like that 4-hour wait. Ask, how can we make the process flow continuously? Maybe move stations closer, or use a conveyor for one-piece flow. Try a pull system. Let the last step pull from the previous one, preventing overproduction. Draw these ideas on your future state map. The new map shows a leaner process with less inventory and shorter lead times. Add Kaizen bursts, action items like install conveyor or implement pull system. VSM becomes your action plan and your vision for the future. So grab a pencil, start mapping, and go build something better.